Hey, hey, Pisces, Mel, intuitive coach here, excited to bring in your November 2025 career and money reading. All right, let's open up your energy field and take a look at what the month ahead has in store for you. Bottom of the deck, we have Transporter. This is the green light energy. It also reminds me of the Chariot where things start to move forward here. So this card is a good indicator that things are going to move rather quickly for you. Some of you may even have a career in transportation, such as travel driving or shipping, or you could even be traveling for work, or perhaps you need to take action on some financial matter. So let's dive in here and take a look at the root of the energy. You have the lovers coming through here at the bottom of the deck. So the lovers in finances has to do with collaborative efforts and making choices here around perhaps combined resources, making choices that align with your heart instead of manifesting from a space of fear. So you are moving forward. Many of you are even traveling. You have the green light to go towards what it is that you love. After a period of a struggle or a setback, some of you may have even endured some financial challenges here. I have a feeling you are closing this chapter of your life. You are embracing change, and change is coming in here for the better. If you have come to this reading unemployed, or if you've been wanting to end a cycle, end a job, or maybe you've even gone through a tragic ending in your own personal life, a divorce or a loss of a loved one, I feel like this chapter is concluding here for you, where you are about to step into a fresh beginning, because change is your key theme here. And it says, just because you don't see any movement doesn't mean nothing is happening. Sometimes to see the change, we must be the change. So there's definitely a change coming in for the better. I see it with the cards that are out here, including your outcome. And you are being guided here to manifest from, again, that space of soul alignment, which aligns with your truth, your integrity, your values, your morals. And that is why this change is looming, because you are moving in a direction that really allows you to create. It allows you to feel like you are being of service. You are actively living out your mission here. You also have investment. Finances are looking good. They're starting to grow. So you have set a strong foundation, and you are going to start seeing the fruits of your labor pay off. Now, on the transporter card here, you actually see the green light on the stop sign here, the stoplight. And buses represent public transportation. So there could even be a green light on a community project here, or a collaborative effort, or even something that you have been waiting to hear back from. Maybe this has been a family financial choice or a decision. So this is a month where there is movement, there is progress and momentum, not only building, but you're seeing the physical evidence of this choice being made evident. And I say choice because the lovers is often known as the choice card, where you are making a strong, solid choice, or a choice is being made that actually lies in your favor. All right. I feel like it's a choice that's based on alignment, not in fear. All right, let's dive into your current financial energy. Where are finances at currently? You have the Six of Pentacles. So this is financial backing, teamwork, making the dream work, collaborative group efforts, community, tribe. This is something you are wanting to connect with. You want to be able to walk into the office on Monday morning and feel good, feel like you are supported, feel like you are working for the dream team. And if you are an entrepreneur, you want to connect to clients where you feel like there's an even exchange. You feel like there's a flow of reciprocity between the both of you. And you want to work for a company that values you, that sees you for your skills and for your talents and recognizes you. Now, for many of you, you may also be applying for some sort of aid. This could be a loan. This could be some sort of assistance or support. And this could be the month where it comes through. And because there's a theme here of shared resources, it could even be that you have like a family member or even a spouse that maybe gets a new job, or if you have like a teenage child in your household, you could have a teenager that gets a job this month. So it feels like there is an energy of a support system coming through, or supportive resources coming through here. All right, let's look at the source of financial blockage. What's holding you back from financial abundance? The Six of Wands, recognition, right? Recognition here. Because when this is showing up as a free flow, when it's not a blocked energy, it's well-deserved success. It is about you being noticed. It's a time of happiness, a time of encouragement. But when it's showing up as a blocked position here, it says that you're not quite receiving that yet. And you are feeling left out in the cold in some way, or you feel overlooked, or even at times like you failed, like you've let yourself down, or you've been let down by others. And I see that the reason it's showing up in your reading nonetheless is because this is a block that is starting to get dismantled. This is a block that's starting to be removed from your life. Now, what is the money mindset? And the mindset here, your beliefs and your attitudes around money are everything. I've been telling all of the signs that this position, this card, is probably the most important out of the entire spread, because our beliefs determine the direction in which we go, because that's the action steps that we take based on our belief system. And sometimes our beliefs are powerful, right? They're beneficial, they are encouraging, they are motivational, they are inspiring, and that also helps our confidence. But sometimes our belief system is struggling here with old stories around perfectionism, imposter syndrome, scarcity or poverty conscious mindset. So for you, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles as a mindset here tells me that you're not only someone who's dependable, but you're hardworking. You're very detail-oriented. You're disciplined. You're resourceful. You're patient. And you're loyal. These are all powerful attributes and beliefs that you have. And sometimes you forget, or sometimes you feel like other people don't see those attributes within you. And when that is going unnoticed or unrecognized, you start to at times doubt your own beautiful self. And you may procrastinate, or you may put things off, because I'm also getting here an energy of slowed pace, like things have felt a bit slower for you. We tend to lose motivation when things are slow moving, because we want results now. When there's a vision that may go, beyond maybe a month or, a year or so, we tend to lose sight of that long-term vision. And I see for you, you are someone who's always had this dedication in the back of your mind. But I see that because the Knight of Pentacles is showing up as a tad bit of a block because of that Six of Wands, this tells me that there has been a lack of focus, perhaps even a lack of discipline, even though you have those qualities. But when things are going slow here and even put on pause or on hold or on shutdown, it doesn't inspire you as much. And that's what's shifting, because things are starting to pick up pace. And when things pick up pace, right, you feel like you're in the flow again. And that's what your belief is at this time is, all right, slow and steady wins the race. I don't have to give up on this dream. I can take small incremental steps to achieve the life that I want for myself, to achieve this career advancement that I want for myself. Some of you may even be relocating. You may be moving, switching departments. I see that you could even work from home, because this is a Chariot vibe coming through here. And the Chariot does bring in focus, and the Chariot brings in success, but it's through alignment. It's not through rushing. And so let's look at the opportunities for income growth. Five of Swords. When the Five of Swords shows up as an opportunity, this is saying walk away from drama. Let go of drama here. And it could also be saying, is what you're fighting for, are you fighting because it is something that brings you purpose, brings you passion? Are you advocating for yourself, or is there drama or ego attached to this? Are you fighting because of fear, or do you feel like you're struggling because of that fear-based energy? So arguing is not the answer. You're being guided to be careful at this time, because the opportunity for income for many of you is not falling into this pit of your enemy, not comparing yourself, or not getting into that mindset that, I got to win at all costs or step on people's toes, because maybe that's the type of energy that you have dealt with or been a part of in the past. And you don't have to become entangled in that. Even if you work for someone who is very cutthroat, or someone who has stepped on other people's toes to get ahead, someone who's been manipulative, someone who has maybe lied, cheated, stole to get their way to the top in some way, you don't have to prove yourself, especially not to that individual, but you don't have to get caught up in that tumultuous energy, okay? And this could even be part of what you've witnessed in the past, even in your own personal life here. And I see that's kind of carried a chip here on your shoulder in some way, where why do they get to the top when they're not really a great person, or they have not made the best choices? I've done everything right, and then they've done everything wrong, and they're ahead of the game, and I'm still where I'm, where I started. So try not to get lost in that comparison trap, because there is a new door opening up for you, Pisces. And I feel like the income source actually, or the income growth here, can come from that struggle or that challenge. You can use that as a catalyst. You can use that struggle to actually help you, maybe help other individuals, to be of service in some way. So for example, perhaps you have witnessed alcoholism in your life, maybe in your family dynamics, or even watched your coworkers struggle with some form of addiction. And you may be saying, well, I want to be able to help others because I have firsthand experience what this is like. And you may have been guided to go into counseling, or to become an AODA counselor, or, a therapist, or to help people on their belief systems, or help people uncover some of their shadows, or do some shadow work. It feels like you could be taking a struggle and seeing the silver lining of it. All right, let's look at the unexpected financial influence here. There's your Four of Wands. There's your celebration here. This is that collaborative effort. It's also 11/11. So pay attention to that date, Pisces, in October. Now, 11/11 is a powerful energy. I always make vision boards on 11/11, but this is a really great time for you to create success and harmony and stability in your finances, in your career, in your money. This is about feeling happy and content with where you are at, where you are going. I feel like you are creating this stability within yourself by staying calm when this Five of Swords erupts in your life. You are choosing to stand in your own integrity instead of stooping to someone else's level that is less than ideal. And through this lesson, this is something that will help you out, because creating that inner resilience, that inner stability, is actually bringing you outer success. So action steps that you can take to improve your finances. You have the Seven of Cups. This is about choosing wisely. You don't have to go back and repeat the same lessons that you've already learned. And the Seven of Cups is about examining your choices, because you have choices here. And many of you are becoming the change that you wish to see in the world, because you are not waiting for change to happen, you are actively out there making choices that help you come into alignment more with the lovers, right? Come into alignment more with resources, with collaborative efforts, with mutual and caring and respectable individuals, because the Five of Swords is not fun. And there are some new choices, some new actions out there that you are stepping into. Let's get an additional action step for you, Pisces. Spirit, what do we have for Pisces here regarding action steps to take this month when it comes to career and finances? Forgiveness. Who do you need to forgive? Is it yourself or another? We are all doing the best we can with the knowledge we know. By forgiving, we set ourselves free from the past. What was the gift that came from the past experience? How did you grow from it? Write it down, then bless and release it. Your mantra, my life is unfolding for me. I am not defined by my past. I forgive myself and others, and I set them and myself free. So forgiveness is key here. And then lastly, we have be brave and step into your courage, because it takes a lot of courage to try something new and to trust yourself. What makes you feel courageous? What are you wanting to try or do? Trust in yourself and ask yourself, what is the next brave step that I can take? So I am brave. I am courageous. I step fully into my power. This is about you taking a look at your options, right? Examining them and then making the choice to follow through. That's your next action step here, consistency. So if you have a dream, because the Seven of Cups can be our dreams, it can be our fantasies. You are being guided here to bring one of those dreams to life and take a realistic, a tangible look at it and a step towards what it is that you want. But forgive yourself, forgive others for possibly getting caught in that comparison trap, that mental trap of the ego with that Five of Swords. And your outcome, what is the guidance here that will come about if you implement these suggestions? You have the Magician. The Magician here is about sharing your personal superpowers with the world. When the Magician shows up, this is about you trusting your intuition, because you can manifest quickly, Pisces. This is about you having a strong spiritual connection. Many of you are being guided to open up to your spiritual gifts and even utilize them in your career in some way. Perhaps you are a healer, a light worker. You may be a gifted psychic or a medium. You may be guided to work with plant medicine, work with health and wellness or nutrition. Whatever this is for you. Maybe you want to work in accounting. Perhaps you are working in banking, right? You have the investment here. You have the briefcase with money. Whatever this is that you want to do, don't second guess your abilities and continue putting effort and consistency into your dream. Dedicate yourself to your dream here, because I see some sort of financial backing coming through if you continue putting one foot in front of the other. So Magician vibes also represent a 1. And 1s are the energy of new beginnings. So not only do you have this 1111 power number here, some of you may be seeing 11s on the clock, on license plates. You could be in a 1 personal year, or perhaps you're a 1 life path. But I do see the Magician holding a strong energy here. His gift is communication. So many of you have the gift of being able to communicate, to help others in some way, perhaps storytelling, public speaking. This is also someone who is a natural leader. You have abilities, you have talents. Don't let them go to don't let them fall to the wayside. You want to put those talents to good use here. So don't second guess your beautiful self. All right. Let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. I heard the name Kait. All right, Kait, that could be your name. It could be someone that you are connecting with. And I'm also seeing someone pressing emblems or making t-shirts. So I don't know if you are wanting to open up some sort of like embroidery space where you make your own t-shirts, or you put maybe like emblems on gifts or on things. So that's coming through here for some of you. All right, what do we have here from the wisdom of the oracle? We have a fork in the road. Number 13, there's the death energy, death and rebirth, fork in the road. This is a time to make a decision, right? 7 of Cups, that's the deciding factor here. Choose wisely, follow through, execute. Considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligations to make a necessary choice. You've come as far as you can on this part of your journey, and now you are faced with a choice. Inherited in this choice is the need for change, for evolution, and for a bettering of your circumstances. Narrow it down to just a single question. Who do I need to become? And what do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? Answer honestly and from the heart. There's the Lovers, right? There's your belief system here. Because the Knight of Pentacles, he's the most honest knight. I think I mentioned that, the most loyal, the most dedicated. And you are being guided to, lean into those attributes. Get honest with yourself. Then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that abundance is all around you. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle on a direction. For the way will be made clear by your intuition, right? There's that magician, your intuition, which knows how to steer you towards your well-being. So this is the green light. So that choice, that change, that crossroads, that fork in the road, it all comes down to this month. And I feel like this is big, right? This is a big monumental milestone for many of you, especially with that magician energy here. Now, indecision, on the other hand, can feel extremely frustrating. It's going to lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. And at this juncture, you can't remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, right? The 5 of Swords, don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable for. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart, because Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. Yeah, because the Coffin card tells me there has been some sort of ending, right? Number 13, this is connected to that death energy. But I feel like you are rising. You're rising from the ashes here. There is a new you that is being born in the wake here of some sort of shadow, some sort of struggle or challenge, or even manipulation. When the 5 of Swords shows up and that magician comes through, it feels like there has been a manipulative energy where maybe something has kind of made a choice for you, and you felt like you had to deal with those consequences. And I see that you've come up to another very pivotal part of your journey, especially when it comes to career and finances, where you get the second choice. So choose wisely. Don't choose what has been done in the past, right? If it hasn't worked, we don't want to do the same thing over and over expecting a different result, because it doesn't work that way. But I see here that you are choosing to invest. You're choosing to invest in what it is that you love. That's why the Lovers is coming through here, making choices that feel honest, making choices that feel like they're in truth, in your integrity. Yeah, you will see the fruits of your labor. And lastly here, Pisces, let's get a message from your spirit animals. So at this time, if you can safely do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Nice big inhale through the nose. Hold for the count of 3, 2, 1, and release through your mouth with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky or swims deep in the sea. Your animal could be wild, domesticated, mystical, or magical. This could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, or one that you've seen in the great outdoors recently, or maybe an animal that showed up in your dreams or your visions or meditations. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section below the video. And I personally will enter you into the free reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the channel. So please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss that notification. All right, we have here the macaque. This is a matriarchal type of energy, hierarchy, which we talked about, but it's also cordial, meaning that there doesn't have to be this level of hierarchy that feels dominant or domineering, if you will. There's this energy of collaborative efforts and co-creating with each other instead of feeling like status or dominance precedes anything else. Above all, I see a family here, a network of individuals, and that's been a common theme here throughout your reading is teamwork, making that dream work. And for many of you, that has been a source of blockage. You haven't felt like you've had that. And stepping into this new era, this new chapter of your life, feels like there's this stronger tribe, the stronger connection that you are creating in your environment, especially when it comes to work. Next, you have the cardinal. This is about creative forces. It's the sacred songs. Now, red also is highlighted here, which connects to the root chakra, which is our safety, our security, our sense of belonging in the world. Some of you may have cardinals visit as a messenger, as a sign from spirit, letting you know that you are moving forward in the ways that align with your truth, that you're not alone here, and that you are a creative force to be reckoned with in a way. I feel like you are being guided to unleash your abilities here, express yourself, don't hold back, spread your wings just like the cardinal here, and know that you hold presence here in this earthly plane. All right, we have Komodo dragon. This is revolutionary change, and the word I'm hearing is legacy. So you could be creating a ripple effect that not only goes into the future, I'm getting 7 generations into the future, but also may heal 7 generations from the past. So Pisces, something that you are doing, choices that you are making now, it feels like there's a karmic completion, if you will. And the Komodo dragon is powerful. He's all about his survival instincts. There's ferocity here. And I feel like you are creating revolutionary change by maybe advocating, standing up for yourself, and stepping up to the plate when maybe nobody else wants to do this, but you are called. You have a mission here. And lastly, you have the dragon. So you have dragons twice showing up in your energy. This is ancient wisdom. So you have this cellular memory that's coming through. What does that mean? It means that this is part of your divine blueprint, part of your Akashic records, where something that's deeply been ingrained in your DNA is part of what you are awakening to at this time. Many of you are guided towards abundance here, guided to open that flow, that free wellspring of abundance. And if it has been a struggle for you to tap into that, This is that dragon being unleashed in some way, and not in a destructive way, but as a protector, as, magic. And it literally says the word magic here, and your outcome is the magician. And this is about you embracing and stepping into your power. It reminds me of the Game of Thrones, I think it is, when I forget what the blonde's name is, when she uses her power to help, but at the same time, I mean, I haven't seen the Game of Thrones, just a couple of episodes, but I remember there was this episode where, she used her power to bring in like mastery, to, I don't want to say trick, although I think she probably did trick, but it actually was something that helped more people than not. And I feel like this goes back into your bloodline. So many of you are being guided to heal and to help be of service in some way. So dragons could hold significance for you. So that is what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here today. If you enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you would like a personal reading or to sign up for the monthly newsletter, you can find all of that information in the description box below or by visiting intuitivesoulcoach.com.